Good day and welcome back to another week of Talking Technical. Thank you so much for visiting this website, www.franciscare.com, and even watch these YouTube videos Talking Technical. It is so nice to discuss a few shares, charts with you guys. And the main thing here is not to give any advice, it's only to teach you so that you can see what the passion is all about, and sometimes we can find some wonderful clues. Well, the first lesson that we've learned over the last couple of weeks is that the rand is very vulnerable if the dollar is suddenly a safe haven for investors. Now, we've seen that before. Gold is rallying, oil can rally, platinum, copper, all of that can rally. But when investors start to sell shares, what do? They park their money in dollars. Now, don't be almost get, I can say, fooled by the fact that suddenly they will park their money in rand. They will not do it. They will park it in dollar. And the chance for the dollar to get wiped off the earth and Bitcoin and gold and all these commodities will just take over. I cannot see it happen quickly. It can maybe happen, maybe in time to come. But this last few days of trading, it's clear that it is still on the cards that the American dollar is the reserve currency of the world because it was 10 days, 15 days ago, the rand was trading at 17, 15 rand 70. Everybody was saying, well, we're going to 15 rand, and I've even seen some charts going to 14, 22 and 14.30. And well, just learn something from me. If you get these wonderful projections saying gold is going to $100,000, Bitcoin is going to $800,000, oil is going to $78 within a minute from where it's going from 60. It is just crazy. It's well above 100 now, but oil can also come back. It's all trading or traders in the world that can push these prices to extreme highs and push it down to extreme lows. Now let's have a look at the dollar. There's the rand. It was nice and strong at 15 rand 63. It started to weaken with an ugly candle. And now what do we see? We see a low, a higher low, almost a double bottom there. And from there, almost straight up, a lamp formation. And if we look at this, let's have a look here. And there's your support line that was working quite a lot. You can see last week there was quite a few candles around here, upper shadows here, and now this morning the rand is trading at 16.90 and it's going all the way to the top. And we've already breached the 50-day moving average. And we're not far from the 200-day moving average. Just to give you an idea, let's have a look here. You can see here, if you look at the 200-day moving average, where are we? We are just there. Then the 200-day moving average is sitting at 17.14. So it just shows you that the rand can easily weaken. So don't just think that the rand is the king. The rand was only strong because the dollar was under pressure. So let's have a look at the gold, by the way. Let's have a look at gold and we will see where that is looking at the moment. Now, on a lighter note, a friend of mine the other day said to me, now, Franz, what is the story with gold? Because gold can just go higher. And it's the same thing. You get to a point where a commodity or a share price or any commodity or any instrument for that matter gets fully priced. And everybody say, yes, it's going higher and higher. And yes, it can go higher. Nobody dispute that fact. But never in a straight line. And we may be sitting now on a place where gold is hovering and building up steam. And where will the first, or let's say the next move to the top takes place? There's the resistance line. The resistance line is sitting at $5,355. Above 5,355, gold can head higher. Yes, there is a flag formation that is bullish. It can easily push the share higher after the gold price higher, but it must get above 5355. Below that level, it can easily go lower. We think that it can go higher, but below 5355, it can go lower. And in actual fact, if it breaks below 5040, you can easily see that this flag formation can break to the downside and take the gold price all the way down to this area of 4,500. And there's the 50-day moving average. It bounces off the 50-day moving average a while back. Well, the 50-day moving average is sitting at 4,860. So what is the bottom line? The bottom line, shares or instruments in markets where there's wars or tariffs or COVID or anything, it can always go to the extreme to a certain point that you will not even think that it goes. Let's have a look at Brent while we were talking about that, because everybody is now on Brent. Everybody believes that it can go much higher. Look at this beautiful rally from around $65 in early or late January, all the way up to this morning. It went as high as $113.73. But now you see a shooting star here, and you see a window here, and you see a window there. So if there's a resolve of that conflict or just a little bit of an easing, then you can easily see that the oil price can pull back. So Brent, there's the gap. The gap is sitting between 101.93 and 91.95, and that little gap sits between 875.55, and that gap will close at 73.43. So the short end of the story is here another thing. Yes, the war is on. Yes, the Strait of Hormuz are closed. Yes, China cannot get oil. Yes, there's wars messing the oil up. But look what the scandal is telling you. Yes, it's beautiful up, but it can come down. So always keep that in mind, that before you get too excited, um, you can burn your fingers. And it's an old story. Buy on ruler, sell on fact. So yes, maybe everybody is now negative on oil, so it jumps up, and then when the news comes out, loops, they all sell it down. So be careful of that. And oil will only go higher above $113.73. And look what happens. It rallied way above the 50-day moving average, and that sits at $68.80. So yes, maybe oil can go much higher, but I think it might be rallied a little bit much. It can maybe pull back as well. Well, if we do look at that, let's have a look at Tugela Resources. Now, Tugela Resources, I mean, what a rally this share had. It came here from almost nothing. There was the inverse head and shoulder that we were talking about, around 75. In actual fact, when it started to go, nobody could believe that it can go as much as it's going. First of all, it came out with the results. Yes, the results were bad, but the results were not that bad. So the share rallied from 105 Rand just the other day, almost up to 170. So another thing, maybe a shooting star here. There's the gap. The gap sits between 158.70. It closes at 155 Rand on the dot. So today is almost a lesson of gaps. Sometimes gaps remain open. Usually the share trades away from the gap, but sometimes when it pulls back, come and close this gap. So it's the old story I just wrote in the recent newsletter. When a share or your favorite share just rallies, and you cannot believe it, sometimes it's not such a bad idea to say, listen, boys, we're going to lock in some profit. Let's use that money to buy something else that's been bombed out. Because nothing goes up in a straight line unless you've got a view that you want to keep Tugela Resources for the next 5 or 10 years or 3 years or 4 years. It's a completely different story. So, but at the moment, I think Tugela just rallied a bit much. Let's have a look at Orion. Orion, we talked about a while. It had a beautiful rally. I just want to take this away. There you are. Look at this price here. It can easily go. There's this gap that still worries me. It's between 24 and 23 cents. So we can maybe close this gap. But I think we'll probably find after this beautiful rally, and we are still positive about the mine, we're almost on the level to look for some support. And if it gets down to 32, it will probably be nicely oversold. But it makes me a little bit nervous. There's the top, there's a lower high. If it really plays out to the bottom, it will come and close this gap. But if you are positive about Orion, you may be locked in your profits around these levels. We are now below the 50-day moving average. Yes, it looks a little bit that it can go lower. But let's have a look at the stochastic here. The stochastic is maybe going to give us a beautiful win. There you are. It's almost oversold. So if you do want to work on that, at around 32 cents, the stochastic should be a little bit oversold. So you can maybe put it there. But of course, we know now it can go lower and only above the 50-day moving average, 36 cents. The momentum to the top will keep increasing. Well, our time is up. Visit our website www.fransdeclercq.com for more info. And as always,